Happy birthday, dear Shalloners. Happy birthday, dear Shalloners. It's not your birthday and it's not mine, but today we're going to talk about birthdays. Namely, should you wish your ex a happy birthday? This question comes up so often. I have no idea why. Well, I had no idea why until it was my ex's birthday, and I'm like, I get it. Totally get it. Before we get into it, I just want to remind y'all that if you guys have a question for me, please submit using the Instant Go app. It is free on the iTunes store. It's only iPhone now. Android is coming in the summer of 2018, soon. So are a ton more countries. But for now, borrow your friend's iPhone, share an account. It's totally fine. And find me. My username is ShallonXO, and hit the chat feature and submit your questions there, okay? And I guarantee an answer in 24 hours. Usually it's less. Usually it's like 5 hours because I love to talk with you guys and I have no life of my own, so. Okay, anyway, birthdays, exes, yeah. So, two schools of thought on this. Actually, you know what it boils down to? Who dumped who? I read a meme once, and I get so much life advice from memes, that was, if someone is unkind to you on their way out of your life, they don't deserve to get let back in. And here's another thing I want you to think of. I want you to compare these situations to getting fired from a job. If you get fired from a job, you don't just like go back in and pick up some shifts, for free. Just like, hey, I didn't have a lot of time, anything to do today, so I thought I'd come in, put the apron on. Would you ever do that? Even if you got laid off, even if it was an amicable parting, would you go back in and work for free? No. So why are you doing nice things for your ex for free? Because he's not your man anymore. He's not your boyfriend. Maybe he fired you as his girlfriend. Maybe he wasn't very kind kicking you out of his life. Even if he was, he might not be worthy of this. Do you know what I mean? I'll break it down a little bit more. Because I've used this example in some private questions to you guys, and you're like, but he's not a job, and I like doing the job, and I like the work, referring to wishing him happy birthday. I was like, it's not that it's like a hardship for you to wish him happy birthday or do nice things for him. It's that you're not getting anything in return. I don't work for free, personally. I don't go to work and not care if I get a paycheck. I go to work, you fucking pay me. I also don't do nice things for guys who haven't been nice to me. And if I'm not their girlfriend, I don't do girlfriendy things. You want that, you have to hire me as your girlfriend. You know what I mean? All these sets of behaviors, along with a lot of other things, sex, presents, cooking you dinner, dealing with your mama, dealing with your exes, whatever it might be, that falls under the sphere of girlfriend. Just like putting on an apron, sweeping the floors, closing down the cash register, that falls under the sphere of employee. And we like to think well, love isn't like that. It's just free. No. That is our mistake as women, is telling ourselves that. Well, it's different. It's complicated. It isn't different. It isn't. Because the difference is boundaries and respect. A job, everything's transparent. Everything's 100. I know what I'm getting. You know what you're getting. And we are both on the same page. That is how a romantic relationship needs to be too. Why would I keep myself in a situation when I don't really know what the situation is? All I know is that I'm giving, and I'm not really sure what I'm going to be getting out of it. Maybe I'll be getting something good. Maybe I'll be getting ignored. Maybe I'll be getting something bad. Would you deal with a job that was like that? Well, gosh, I'm going to go in and work an 8-hour shift, but I don't know. Maybe they're going to pay me, maybe not. I don't know. I don't know what I'm expected to do. No, you wouldn't do that. And you have to set those kind of boundaries in your own life. So how does this tie back into wishing him a happy birthday? It sounds like I got off on a tangent, which I am known to do. It's because we tend to we're lovers, we're just lovers. We're squishy, wonderful, happy love bugs. And we want everything to be a love fest. I have found though, from my own experience, that the more I do that with guys, if I'm not in that girlfriend sphere, the nicer I am, the worse it turns out, honestly, because they don't look at it wow, she's so sweet. What a good girl. I'm going to give this relationship another try. No, they look at it And they're not even consciously thinking this. They're not conscious. It's like, huh, so she's just there for me. She hasn't gone anywhere. She's still my employee. She's still on the books. I guess I don't really have to do very much, and she's just going to be there. You know, she's there. She's going to be there when I need her. He is going to unconsciously start to see you as a soft touch when he needs an emotional fix. When his ego is bruised, when he had a bad day and needs to talk about it, when someone's been mean to him, when he's bored, when he's horny. No. If you're not his girlfriend, you don't give him those things. If you're not an employee, you don't give your boss those things. Well, hopefully you don't give him any of those at the same time. You know what I mean. We have to set those boundaries. And when I started setting boundaries like that, like it was a few years ago, and I literally just got so tired. I was so tired that I ran out of fucks to give. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck, no, I'm not being nice anymore. Nope. My love life like changed on a dime. Boys could not get enough of me because I had a spine. I had boundaries. I had parameters. I had a self. And they found that so magnetic. And I know I would love it if I could just be like a spineless love ball who just loves them and they would love me back. But that just isn't how it works. People don't respect people who don't respect themselves in their own time. So while it might seem like a silly thing to be like obsessing, like, oh, should I wish him happy birthday or not? It isn't. It speaks to a larger pathology in your relationship with him. Now, what if you want to get back together with him? Like, if you don't want to get back together with him, by the way, sure, wish him happy birthday. Who fucking cares? You know, be nice. It doesn't matter because there's no other agenda. If you do want to get back together with him and you just are like, it's going to be such a dick move if I don't say anything, because I absolutely understand that. Like I said, I dealt with it recently with an ex, and it's like, you know, I don't want to be, sometimes it's more of a statement if you don't, you know what I mean? Like you show your hand more if you don't wish them a happy birthday than if it's just like casual, like, hey, yeah, happy birthday. This is what you do. If you want to get back together with them, you private message them, like text them. This is all preferable IRL, but you know, I understand that's hard. Like if you can't see them at school or whatever. Don't do it on social media is the thing I'm saying. Like don't do it in a comment section. Don't do it on their Facebook wall. Like do it privately because ideally you want to start a private conversation and that's not going to happen in the comment section, you know? So text them and be like, hey, know it's your special day. Hopefully you go get that jar of Nutella because I know that's what all you really want for your birthday. Reference something from your relationship, something small, something that had no like emotional drama attached to it. Like if you had thrown a jar of Nutella at him one time, perhaps not that. And then see what he does. This is a perfect chance for him to start a conversation with you. Perfect chance. If he doesn't, I know, it sucks, but that is what it is. And this is like a good way to test the waters because it's a non-weird way to reach out. There's a very good excuse for you to reach out. And he also has a good excuse to continue the conversation if he wants to and if he wants to get back together. However, I have done videos on getting back together with your boyfriends. And there's two things I want you to remember. Number one, when a guy wants you back, he does not pussyfoot around. He doesn't go about getting his girlfriend back by liking a bunch of photos or following you. They do a grand statement. I have dated guys who are 40. I have dated guys who are 20. It all goes the same. This is across all races, all religion, all age groups. They make it very clear because when they realize they want their girlfriend back, you know what else they realize? Oh shit, a bunch of other guys probably want her too. The clock is ticking. It is a matter of urgency to have these conversations with you. And once they reach that conclusion, when a guy wants you, he wants you immediately. If it's not a hell yes, it's a hell no. Said that before. So if he wants to get back together, he's gonna jump on this opportunity that you reached out and said happy birthday. It's like, hey, you know, gosh, I miss you. My mom was asking, you know, God, it sucks that Hannah's not here for dinner tonight. So if you want to come by, like, because I've really been thinking, like, I miss you a lot and I woke up sad. Like, he's going to make it very, very clear. And if he doesn't, painful. But at least you like tested the waters and you know without you having to go out and be like, I miss you, Jacob. You know, you don't have to be weird like that. You then need to sit and tell yourself a phrase that I've told a lot of you guys recently because I've told it to myself recently is it's called a breakup because it's broken. You guys broke up for a reason. You know, maybe you don't fully understand that reason, but that doesn't mean it's not there. You know, you might not fully understand what a germ does or what it's doing inside you. Doesn't mean it's not there at work. There's something that wasn't working about your relationship on some end, usually both of your ends. It's very rare that one person is like so happy and then just the other person is miserable. It's almost never the case. We lie to ourselves, we lie to our hearts, we lie to our boyfriends, and we gloss over the red flags for a variety of reasons. We don't want to be alone, we're afraid of failing, we love them more than we hate them, you know, a lot of things. But at the end of the day, this ended for a reason. And if you can't recall that reason, because in the throes of misery, it's like, he's perfect. Girl, I get it. Call your friends. Call your friends. Call people who watched this whole thing sink to the bottom of the ocean and say, remind me why I shouldn't be in this relationship. Girl, I guarantee you they got answers. Get a pen and paper out. Seriously, write it down. Don't do it in notes on your phone. Write it by hand. There's something about writing things by hand that it actually sinks into your brain deeper. I think because you have to like concentrate more on doing it and it like takes you longer. And then I want you to take that list and put it someplace you can see it. Put it on your mirror. Put it on the inside of your medicine cabinet. So when you're brushing your teeth, you see, I couldn't trust him. He wasn't thoughtful. He didn't think I was funny. He thought my goals were stupid. Because those are reasons. Whatever the reasons were, you need to hold on to them. And then acknowledge that like this is not, I swear to God, this is not the last guy you will ever date. I promise you. I promise you. Honey, my husband left me. My husband left. And I was like, well, this is it. I'm never going to be happy again. Didn't take long. I mean, it didn't, you know? It didn't, because on some level, I believed that. I was like, you don't really believe that, Shallon. You know you're going to be happy again. And along it came. So trust that one thing has to end before the other thing begins. And like I've said before, you don't know where life is going to go. You guys could get back together in 6 months. Maybe you just need some time apart. Sometimes a man, as I've said, needs a big dose of what he thinks he wants. So if he wants some separation from you, take it. But don't hinge absolutely everything on like reaching out or not. Even if you don't reach out and say happy birthday, sometimes that's going to get into his mind and be like, oh fuck, I've lost her. Wow. A girl like her would definitely say happy birthday because she's a sweet, loving person. The fact that she didn't, yikes. That might compel him to be like, get a reality check and realize he needs to get his shit together and get you back. Don't do anything you feel is emotionally risky. And like I said, if he doesn't take the bait, keep it moving. He is not the only fish out there. I promise you. If you think that he is, if you truly go another year without meeting anyone, come to New York, I'll introduce you to one of my exes. They're young and they're hot and they're dumb. Just like I like them. For more, click like and subscribe. And again, find me on the Instant Go app, Shallon XO. Hit the chat feature and submit your love question or a question about anything you want. And I will respond within just a few hours, guaranteed.